Number 13 going up against number 6. So pretty high stakes for a potential shakeup in that top 15. Number comes through for Cole. Oh wow, right off the buzzer. C.Houshmand picking up where Jordy left off. Pure power down the line. He's on his 8th turn already, with more room to work on the inside. Call that chucking buckets. And he's not done yet. One more switchblade snap on the inside section. Solid start for C.Houshmand.
Sections, we've seen it like out the back. This is why I feel like this wave probably came a little bit on the lower side. This 3 next turns, he kind of goes too lateral down the line. It's very hard to read. You can see there's like a low road and an up road on that wave. He manages to do very well, but couldn't get as critical and as tight as he was probably hoping for, and finish off strong. Amazing way to start the heat, but he would have probably loved to have more of these turns right here throughout the middle section right there. Look how tight that is, how he's able to bring that nose in. But right here, he has to start to putting on the gas down the line. Kind of check turn, second one once again, and then he goes for a third one the same way. That's what kept the score a little bit on the lower side, but man, damage done and good way to start the heat for C.Houshmand. Because right here he starts to open up. Notice the difference, how tight that gets, how his nose comes all the way back around. And that's more of a complete maneuver instead of those down the line that he had.
Power surfing, gets in the edge, and here we go. That was about to be huge.
Oh my gosh, and that wave is just peeling down the line, unfortunately for Miggy.
And C.Houshmand, he was sitting in the lineup for 15 minutes before his heat started, so he watched what Jordy Smith was doing, and he saw that strategy of just kind of taking those scraps that Italo wasn't even looking at. Is probably going to win this. And somebody's strong. I mean, look at this. This wave without priority, just forcing that backside reverse around.
Looking at
midway through the turn, checks the waves. Nothing out there. Keep it going. Good decision. Inside starting to run. Speed burst there. Huge power turn. Hang on. He does it. Golf clap from the peanut gallery.
It's a good backup for the situation of the heat. You know, Miggy has nothing yet.
Good choice here. Comes through to 4.93. Solid backup score. You now put Miguel in combo.
Yeah, and if Miguel gets a good wave, like he already has a backup and he can just kind of wait. He's going to check it back right there to see if there's sets coming. I think his decision of checking it back and to pull the trigger of going all the way through, if there's sets coming, he probably doesn't want to get too far away and maybe lose priority. So he would have probably kicked out, and if Miggy was on a wave, he would went back with priority. So smart of him to have a little check. This was a different turn. I did not expect that to happen.
It was like a power slide reverse.
Yeah, because there's no lip to it. Like, it's hard to disengage the fins because if you have no curve on the wave, the fins are completely synced.
And he looked back and noticed that he was thinking, Miggy, are you watching? Miggy's not. He's probably sitting outside going, what is happening? Where are my waves?
It's been in that situation before, though, throughout this event.
7 minutes to go here. Looks like a set is rolling through, and it's going to be Miguel Pupo using his priority. Nice clean face on the outside. That's the turn we wanted to see from Miguel. Set things up with a nice swooping carve. Wave flattens out in front of him. Just takes a breath. Patiently waiting for this thing to form up. Nice and smooth, weaving down the line. All right, here we go. Some activity on the inside. Quick snap there. Comes around a big section. All right. That's more like it. The other half of the Red Bull Athlete Zone starts cheering loudly for their guy. So Miguel Pupo is currently in a combination spot.
He's back in the game. This is money. This first turn, look how tight he gets up that bottom turn. Gets up in vertical. The only downfall of this wave is just how much downtime there was in between the sections. So he takes his space off. I overheard Alejo saying on the back of it, saying, come on, dude, like show some energy, you know, like in this meantime. And then he finished it off with a massive kind of a board slide down the line. Backside re-entry there. Beautiful surfing from Miggy. He's back in the game, no doubt about it.
I really like this kind of contradiction of styles too. Miguel's is so smooth and it's just it's silky all the way down the line, and then he's so fast when he gets under the lip. And C.Houshmand, just brutalist, nails it every single time. Score comes through for Miguel Pupo. It's a 5-3-0. You're right, he's back in it. Now he needs a 6-2-1, totally attainable in the span of 5 minutes, but C.Houshmand is out the back. With C.Houshmand now, best result of the year so far, he's into the semifinals. Wow, what a great day of surfing, and guess what? We're gonna wrap it up for you in a bow